Name-calling, taunting, teasing, threatening. We're talking about bullying today and its tragic consequences. 11-year-old Carl Walker Hoover was told he had to eat lunch for the week with the girl who was bullying him. Now, can you imagine having to eat lunch with your abuser as an adult, let alone as an 11-year-old child? Well, Carl couldn't imagine it either.
For 11-year-old Carl Walker Hoover, his bright future extinguished after his new leadership charter school classmates tormented him. Carl hanged himself.
This is not a kid that just would sit around and say, you know, I want to hurt myself or I want to harm myself.
He played football, basketball, and soccer, won awards for reading, and was a diligent student. Carl loved learning, but his mother says it was at school that he felt the most pain. His mom said the bullying was constant, to the point where she was contacting the school once a week.
I would tell them Carl's being picked on, he's being teased, they're calling him gay.
As the casket bearing the body of the 11-year-old was tenderly placed inside the hearse, classmates joined family members and friends in bidding farewell to Carl Walker Hoover.
While Sirdeaner Walker mourns the loss of her 6th grade son, she hopes this somber reality is a wake-up call to other parents.
Any parent out there, they have to do whatever is necessary to protect their child by any means necessary, because the end result is death.
Well, joining us is Carl's mother, Sirdeaner Walker. I'm so glad to meet you and so sorry for the circumstance. This was a very frustrating thing to you leading up to this tragic loss.
It was very frustrating. I have 4 children. Carl had started a new school, middle school, and I knew that the school needed my attention the most, and I became very active on the PTO. I was captain of the PTO for the 6th grade. I had informed the school that Carl was having problems and difficulties, and I went to the school with Carl, and I made him tell the administrators who the kids were that were bothering him in the beginning of the school year. I told him, you know, to tell the names, and he was afraid. He said that he would be labeled a rat, and he didn't want to name the children, but I made him name the children. And he was specifically being called anti-gay slurs. You must be a girl, you act like you're gay.
And so he named the kids, and you conveyed all of this information.
Yes, I did.
And you strike me as a very calm, matter-of-fact, and articulate woman. Because I always say it doesn't help if parents go hysterically running into the school and accusing teachers and administrators of bad things, as opposed to going in matter-of-factly, solution-oriented, and trying to partner with them to handle the problem, which is exactly what you did.
Yes, it is.
Carl was a wonderful and delightful young man. Tell me a little bit about him.
He was the type of kid that if he stayed after school, you know, he would clean the chalkboard for his teacher. And the teachers knew about it because I made them aware of it.
What was the first thing you said to yourself when you realized he was gone?
I failed as a parent. I failed to protect my child because we had survived so much. Domestic violence, we had survived homelessness. I lost our house when I was undergoing radiation and chemotherapy for breast cancer, and we survived all of that. But I could not protect my child between the hours of 8 and 3, and I failed my child.
I have to tell you, and I know it may sound hollow, but you didn't fail your child. We all failed your child. The system failed your child. You are working to sponsor an act right now, both in Massachusetts and nationally.
Right. I had an opportunity to testify before Congress for the Safe Schools Improvement Act, and that's what I've been working on the national level, which would mandate professional development and training for teachers, which would mandate defining bullying with enumerated categories of who are the children being bullied and who are the children that are doing the bullying, and that would be data collection so that, you know, educators and teachers could have these resources brought into school.
And the anniversary of Carl's passing is tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
So here we are a year later. And you're seeing this happen with Phoebe and others right along the way, which means we're not there yet. We'll be right back. Next, a unique way to catch a bully.